Here we are. And I don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to be that guy. But I told you guys years ago that this was going to happen. I told y'all that whoever Vince McMahon sells WWE to, they're going to show their hand, and they're going to show their hand fairly early. I would say this is fairly early in the relationship between TKO owning WWE. Their president just came out a couple days ago. And this guy says this about pay-per-views. Right now, a lot of our PLEs were created by Vince McMahon. We need to get in the business of taking that torch and moving past that. Really? Really? So you mean to tell me I wasn't exaggerating years ago when I said that this is going to ruin not just WWE, but wrestling in general as we know it, and when it comes to mainstream? And I said for years, I don't want WWE, it's always been mainstream to an extent. WWE's always been in a league of its own. It's always been, I wouldn't say always been in a league of its own, but you guys know what I mean. For the most part, in the past couple decades, it's been a league of its own. Still is. AEW didn't even put a dent into WWE. We ain't got to worry about them. But I will say this about Tony Khan, though, when it comes to history of wrestling. At least Tony Khan knows and cherishes, maybe not cherishes, but he at least knows and is very knowledgeable with the history of professional wrestling. WWE, WCW, ECW, all that. New Japan, all that. He knows his shit. That we can say about a guy that owns a company. And, oh, by the way, unlike TKO, he's not a guy sitting here counting his money. He's actually a guy that's willing to pay these superstars, willing to pay these wrestlers. Some of them former superstars, but wrestlers. He's out here willing to pay managers and referees and people behind the scenes. He's willing to do that. Fam. And again, it's very rare that I'm sitting here complimenting Tony Khan, so take it while you can. Pause. He goes on and says that WrestlePalooza was created by Triple H and Nick Khan. Bruh. Technically, it was created by Married with Children, but we ain't getting all that. But, fam, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. No idea whatsoever what he's talking about. Not when it comes to the business side of things, and not when it comes to professional wrestling and its history, obviously, because they didn't create WrestlePalooza, a pay-per-view that was used prior to 2025. Why should we? And again, because TKO, they're taking L after L after L after L when it comes to ticket prices. And now you even had some wrestlers in the past few months. Even WrestleMania weekend with Randy Orton, where he got caught on camera, kind of shocked at how much people paid for tickets at WrestleMania. So that was a big deal. And now I think Karen Cross or maybe Scarlett, it was one of those two, came out and just started talking about the ticket prices again with TKO and WWE. So yeah, again, they're taking L's, and then now we're talking about ratings. Now the big thing is ratings. I just saw the pretty much downhill graph not too long ago with the ratings that started from the beginning of January to now we're almost in mid-November, and the ratings have literally just plummeted, just going down, 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 down. And now you want to come out and say this. Now you want to come out and slap every single wrestling fan in the face, especially the ones that have been following WWE, lived on WWE since we were a kid. Toddler for me, but not bragging. But that's what you want to do. You want to slap every single WWE fan in the face. And you want to say, oh yeah, these pay-per-views, these PLEs, yeah, we're going to get rid of them. Now, I've been seeing people overreacting online and talking about, oh, Korn, it's not true that, they're trying to do anything bigger. Well, let me tell you guys something, all right? Because some of you guys aren't looking at the bigger picture. And I don't even blame some of y'all, because some of y'all even ignore it. Y'all like, look, man, we're just going to take whatever they put right in front of our faces. Whatever this guy says, we're going to believe. I think we're past that when it comes to any corporation in entertainment. Corporation in general, but I'm just talking about entertainment specifically because that's what I talk about. So we're going to sit here and we're going to trust this Mark Shapiro guy as the president of the company that owns WWE. And he's coming out and saying, yeah, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, yeah, all that doesn't even matter. By the way, this pay-per-view that has been used before in ECW, yeah, Nick Khan and Triple H, I'm going to give them credit for it publicly. No, man, that's not the way this works. So you're going to throw away 40 years of history. 40 years of WWE history. All because you want to create a different pay-per-view. Because this is how it starts, by the way. Just to let you guys know, this is how it starts. They're gonna start creating new pay-per-views, and I'm not complaining about making new pay-per-views, but there's some pay-per-views you're gonna have to keep. The Royal Rumbles, the WrestleManias, the Survivor Series. I wish they could bring back some of the old ones, but now any hope of us coming back with, Armageddon, Judgment Day. I mean, they still keep Backlash for some reason, which has always been a throwaway pay-per-view. Let's just be honest. They brought back No Mercy, but they gave that to NXT. They gave NXT pretty much the cool pay-per-view ones. Halloween Havoc. NXT gets all the good shit. Vengeance Day, which used to just be Vengeance, but they put a little play on it because it's February and all. I enjoyed that. But if we're going to go with WrestlePalooza, which is a terrible fucking name, I'd rather go with Great Balls of Fire, which we only got one of those. And that was actually a decent pay-per-view. Samoa Joe, Lesnar. Yeah, y'all remember that? Yeah, that was some good shit. But again, I fared the question to TKO's CEO, or the president, whatever the fuck he is. The guy that said the idiotic statement, the fucking idiot, the fucking moron. The guy that clearly just came out and said, hey, we're going to ruin WWE because we're price gouging people and we don't give a fuck. We're giving you terrible product and we don't give a fuck. And on top of that, to put the shit cherry on top of the shit cake, guess what else we're going to do? We are going to get rid of these pay-per-views. The only kind of recognition that is left in WWE, other than when Cena, and especially after Cena retires, there's going to be no more Cena. So other than maybe Roman Reigns, and obviously definitely Brock Lesnar. You ain't got nobody left in the business that carries any kind of weight anymore. And if Chris Jericho comes back next year, then we'll get Chris Jericho. But other than that, that's not even a handful. You got maybe three names that could probably bring more and more eyes to the product. But let me tell you something, man. Having Jade Cargill face B-Fab for the women's championship on SmackDown is not gonna raise your ratings. You're not gonna get a spike in the ratings off of that. Having Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed tag team up against CM Punk and Jey Uso for the third week in a row is not going to spike your ratings. Changing the name of the most prominent pay-per-views, which is the last kind of recognition you have for WWE, is not going to spike your ratings, let alone spike your ticket sales. And for the people saying that, oh, Corn, you're overreacting, and I got some comments on Twitter. Yeah, oh, you're overreacting. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah blah whatever. Oh, really? Really, this is how it starts. It starts with the pay-per-view names. And the next thing you know, we have a dude winning a women's championship. And we're calling that equality. And diversity. And fair. I would like to fair to you as well. Let's go back to 2015? Ghostbusters. Everyone said that, oh, we were all overreacting. Oh, they really did this to Ghostbusters. And now, 10 years later, what do we have? What have they done to Predator? We have a PG-13 Predator movie out. And that's not even the worst part. It's a girl boss Predator movie. So save me with the whole Corn, you're overreacting. It's just pay-per-views and pay-per-view. At the end of the day, PLE names don't really matter. Like I said, let's go back to 2015 and Ghostbusters, and then you can tell me that I'm overreacting right now. Because 10 years later, look at what we got. Yeah, I ain't overreacting at all when it comes to this shit. So miss me with all that. But look, man, I don't want to take up too much time of y'all's day or y'all's night, wherever you guys watching. But I wanted to make a video about this and put this out there, that this is them showing their hand right now. TKO is showing their fucking ass right now. And if I'm a hardcore WWE fan, I'm very worried. Very, very worried at what we are going to be getting in the next few years coming from WWE. Because right now, 2025 is one of the worst years I've ever watched a WWE product. Ever. Not the worst. This ain't 2019 WWE. Or 2018 WWE. But it was some bad shit we got this year and are still getting, which is why the ratings are so damn low. And like I said, even back years ago when this happened, when Vince sold WWE to TKO, I told y'all. I said they wanted Vince out. They literally wanted Vince out of the fucking picture. And now we know why. They had to do anything and every now and again. I didn't want Vince creatively, but I still believe that he should be able to own his own fucking company. But he's the one that sold it, so I ain't gonna get into all that. What's done is done. But all I'm saying is, unfortunately, I told y'all so years ago that we would be sitting in this exact fucking position, that they're going to start replacing shit because Vince is no longer a part of the company, and now they want to erase everything that Vince had his fingerprints on. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy Corn, and I am OUT.